Apple had their annual September event where they gave us not a lot of bloatware. They actually were very focused and gave us the Apple Watch Series 8 and Ultimate, second iteration of AirPod Pros, iPhone 14 and 14 Plus, and finally, iPhone 14 Pro and iPhone 14 Pro Max. Let's get into it. Starting the conference off was the new Apple Watch Series 8, and no, it's not flat like the redesign or the leaks that everyone thought it was going to be. It's actually pretty much the same. However, we did get new watch faces like the Lunar, Astronomy, Metropolitan, and Modular. The watch also has cycle tracking for women. New to the Apple Watch is crash detection. The watch now has two new sensors that can detect up to 256 Gs in the event of a crash. The Apple Watch now introduces low power mode, which can give you up to 36 hours of battery life. When low power mode is on, you still have some of the core features of the watch like activity tracking and fall detection. Instead, it will disable things like the always on display and workout detection. Apple Watch GPS starts at $399, GPS plus cellular $499. To entice you, you now get 3 months of Apple Fitness for free with the purchase of any watch.
Hi, I'm Tim Cook. Just here to remind you to like and subscribe to this channel. Share this video with a buddy or two and leave your comments below. Back to the presentation.
Apple introduced to us a new watch called the Apple Watch Ultimate. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the way it looks. It looks like they just took the original watch and added a flat top to it. Not sure exactly why Apple went with Ultimate as opposed to Pro or Max or anything like that, but I do have a feeling it has to do with the fact that LG owns the patent for Watch Pro. The watch is made of aerospace grade titanium with a front sapphire crystal glass, which is now embedded for protection against any impact. The screen is also bigger and brighter so that it could easily be read in direct sunlight. For the first time ever on an Apple Watch, they've added a new button, which is called the Action button, and it's customizable. The scroll wheel is also now more pronounced, easier to use with gloves or anything like that. Upgraded audio with 3 microphones and a second bigger speaker for improved audio quality. No GPS only option, just GPS and cellular starting at $799. Moving on, they introduced the second generation of the AirPod Pros with the new H2 chip. With iOS 16, you can now use the True Depth camera to create a personalized profile of spatial audio based on the shape of your ears and head. Improved active noise cancellation up to double according to Apple. The previous touch controls are still here that allowed you to pause, play, skip, and pick up the phone. Now new and improved is the adaptive touch, which allows you to swipe up or down to adjust the volume. Longer battery life, you now get up to 6 hours of listening time and 30 hours overall with the charging case. AirTag is no longer required to find the AirPods. And the case now comes with a speaker allowing you to play a sound if you're looking for them. Available at the price of $249. No longer the mid-size iPhone of the XR screen size, now the iPhone is back to its 6.1 inches at the regular and 6.7 at the Plus. Pretty much the same iPhone as last year's model with slight internal improvements, like improvements to the thermal inside, allows you to play longer and the phone won't overheat as much. Same notch as last year as well, except that they moved the speaker to the top of the phone and it doesn't have the extra camera on the back. One of the new improvements is the True Depth camera for the front-facing camera. It improves low light by 38% for photos and video. And now for the first time, the front-facing camera now has autofocus. And finally, last but definitely not least, we got the new iPhone 14 Pro and iPhone 14 Pro Max. This year's new color is purple, doing away with the light blue from last year. Dynamic Island, possibly my favorite thing that I took away from this conference. Now, instead of a notch, the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max now have a punch hole. It uniquely expands with dynamically crafted animations and transitions. So now, like when you receive an alert or a phone call, anything like that, it'll show up at the top, but it blends in a way where they sort of have software and hardware meeting together fluidly. The new Pro displays have thinner borders and more active areas. Now with double the brightness at 1600 nits, it's the same as the Pro XDR display. Also has 2000 peak brightness. This is definitely one of my complaints on the previous phones, and it looks like they've improved on it. Now there's an always on display where you can see important information, the time, and your widgets without having to pick up your phone. Some improvements to the camera, both front and back. 48 megapixels now on the back camera. The Pro camera system now has 4 zoom options, including 3x. There's also a new A16 Bionic chip as small as 4 nanometers, and also crash detection that was previously mentioned with the Apple Watch. There were rumors that the price of the new iPhones Pro and Pro Max were going to go up, but it doesn't look to be the case. The iPhone 14 Pro is $999, iPhone 14 Pro Max $1099. So that's it. They only covered the watch, headphones, and phones. Let me know what you guys thought about the presentation, and also if you're going to pick one of these up, let me know which one and what color. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content. Keep it here.